Hi everyone. Welcome to Natural Solutions for Pain Management. My name is Tammy Hicks. I'm a holistic health coach and an essential oil educator, and I'm here today to talk to you about different ways that you can manage your pain in a more natural way. So let's get going. Let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about the types of pain you might need to be managing. So there's many different types of pain. Pain can be caused from an injury, from stress, side effects of medication, or another underlying condition. If you've got an autoimmune, chronic inflammation, chronic inflammatory type of issue, you can have pain from that. It can be the different types of pain. You could have inflammation pain, nerve pain, soft tissue pain, joint pain, bone pain. There's a whole spectrum of pain that you can have. And so today we're going to talk about really kind of how to manage some of those issues that you may be struggling with right now if you have pain, but also how to be proactive in helping to give your body the tools and basically what it needs to remain pain-free or to recover from any kind of pain or injury that you may have. Okay, so what are the typical solutions for pain management, right? So most people, I think if they have pain, they go right to their cabinet and they'll pick up some NSAIDs, so non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, okay? So that is what lines your shelves in your pharmacies, and I feel like that's what most people do for pain relief is they go right there. I know that's what I did for many years. For years I had chronic inflammation and pain, and I would wake up and I would take a handful, and I would go to bed and I would take a handful, and I'm very thankful that my liver is still around to talk about it. So taking all of those things on a consistent basis can actually be harmful to your health. So it can cause, other kind of health issues like liver damage, stomach issues, connective tissue issues, memory loss, microbiome disruption, stuff like that. Other thing that people do for pain is if you have severe pain or chronic pain is narcotics. I don't think I need to talk about the opioid epidemic that is in the US, but it's a big issue, and narcotics should be a very absolute last resort because they can be addictive and can cause other issues as well, right? So if you need it, and I think there's a balance between, more natural approaches and really kind of what happens today. There's a balance between the two. If you just had surgery, for example, and you are in massive pain, I'm not going to recommend that you not take a pain pill that they gave you, right? Because that's a moment in time. But for general larger or longer term pain, there are other ways that you can think about managing it, okay? So narcotics, right, they can be addictive. It can cause, again, microbiome disruption. You need a doctor's prescription. It can also cause you to not be able to think right, so to cause you to be sleepy or not be on your game. So it's not something that you want to be taking on a consistent basis, and definitely something that you may have trouble performing your normal routines with. The problem with both of those options is that neither one of them helps to get to the root cause of the problem. I am all about getting to the root cause of the problem. So these other two approaches that we talked about are kind of band-aids. You're just kind of putting a band-aid on what could be a bigger issue. If you've got chronic inflammation, it's just a band-aid. You want to know why you may have chronic inflammation. Obviously, if you have a knee injury and you sprained your knee or you sprained your ankle, you know why you have that, and it'll be a moment in time. But there are so many people that are struggling with this chronic inflammation issue and this chronic pain issue, and I feel so bad for these people because I can't imagine waking up every day in pain is not fun. It's horrible. And but there are other ways that you can get to the root cause of the problem that will help to manage that. And I know that because I've been there. So why would you use essential oils for pain? So I love my essential oils. I use them for everything. There's a few reasons why. So when I started using essential oils, it wasn't for pain relief. But as I've been using them a little over 4 years now, I've realized that they work at a cellular level, and they've not only helped with the pain relief, but then also a whole host of other issues that come along with that. So I love the essential oils because they're natural, they're safe, and effective. I love my doTERRA essential oils. I trust them, I trust the quality, and I know the effects that it has on my body, for myself, for my family, and for others that I work with as well. So certain oils can also create oxygenation in that area. So if you need repair and healing in an area, there are certain oils that can really kind of generate and help, heal. Oxygen is life, circulation is life. So if you have an oil that can generate that in a certain area to aid in healing, that's the way to go. So you're not going to overdose on essential oils for pain. Unless you are drinking bottles and bottles at a time, you're not going to overdose. So applying topically and, taking a little bit internally is spectacular. Applying topically, we'll talk about that later in the class, but it's a great way to kind of help with the pain, localized pain. They work quickly. So anything that's in your bloodstream or anything that you put on your body is in your bloodstream in 30 seconds. So they're very fast and effective, and they work quickly. So I know for me, like if I've got a backache or I slept wrong or something like that, I'll put the oils on, and then, like 10 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I don't even notice that I had an issue before. So they're really fast and effective. Oftentimes the oils address a lot of things a lot of other things that you may have going on in your body. So they don't just work on that one thing. This is one of the reasons why I think oils are so cool, is because if you are using, let's say, lavender, for example, for pain relief, and you're applying lavender on your ankle that you sprained, and you are using it in that area, but you also are massively stressed out, or maybe you're not sleeping or something like that, or you have allergies, seasonal issues, the lavender will help to calm the pain, calm your body, calm your mind, and it will work for anything that you need it for. So they don't just target the one thing that you're using it for, they target everything that you might need it for, which I think is really cool. They can help your body, get to the root cause of the problem. We talked about that earlier. What is the root cause? So because essential oils work at a cellular level, you're not putting a Band-Aid on. You are working at a cellular level, helping to get to the root cause of why you may have pain and inflammation. And they can be used in several different ways: aromatically, topically, internally. So if you are using them topically, obviously putting them on for the area of pain, but you can use them in the bath water, you can use them in lotions, you can inhale them, you can put them in a diffuser, lots of different ways, and you can take them internally, some of them. Lots of different ways that you can use the oils. So those are some of the reasons why I love oils for pain relief. It's just they're so versatile, they're so effective, they're fast and efficient. Basically, to sum that up. So what oils are good for pain? So let's talk about a couple of them. My favorites are, so I have just a pain relief oil roller bottle right here. And a roller bottle is awesome because you literally just open it up and you roll it on. So, and you can mix it to whatever you need. So I put my favorite pain blend in here, and this is great. So let's talk about what oils you would use. So first of all, I love herb oils for pain relief. Love them. I think they're super effective, and they work great. So lemongrass is always my go-to one. It is a spectacular oil for kind of connective issue, throbbing pain, stabbing pain, achy pain. Love lemongrass. It's very affordable as well, and it's just a great oil. So lemongrass is always a foundation one for me. Other herb oils: rosemary, marjoram, love marjoram, basil, thyme, all great for pain relief, okay? The next thing that I think about when I make a blend is, when you have pain, that area is either tight or it's cramping or it's hurting, what else do you want to do? You want to calm that pain. And so think about it like if you had a cramp, right? A cramp is like your muscle tight like this. What do you want it to do? You want it to relax. So I think about oils that are going to be relaxing. Lavender, I love. So I'll put lavender in my pain rollerball blend because it's going to help calm the stress in that area. Roman chamomile is another one. Helichrysum is another good one for just kind of that calming in that area. I also love, we have a whole line, doTERRA has an entire line of what's called Deep Blue. So I will use the Deep Blue oil, and this is a great oil all over, for any kind of pain relief. And I will read to you what it has in it. So it's got wintergreen, camphor, ylang-ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, chamomile, and osmanthus. So as you'll notice, there are some pain relieving oils, but then there are also calming oils in here as well. And I love Deep Blue. Deep Blue is one of doTERRA's best products, and it's sold in several different ways. So there's the oil, which is this way. It also comes in a rub, and I love this rub because this can cover a large area. So this is something I rub on like aching muscles, aching back, aching neck, anything like that. And then it comes in these little packets, which is great for travel. Just this is the Deep Blue rub in packets. And then it comes in this Deep Blue polyphenol complex. And we'll go into this a little bit later, but this is basically what you would go to if you wanted to, you know, instead of going to your medicine cabinet, maybe taking one of those other items, this is one that you can go to and take when you need for pain. So it's going to help work, again, at a systemic level. It's herb-based, and it's just a really nice and natural product to just kind of help with that pain relief. So those are some of the oils that I use. Another one that I love for pain relief is called Copaiba. This is a spectacular oil. Another one that I love just for really kind of that pain relief and as well as like calming. It's great for helping to manage your stress that you might have about pain relief or pain. It's good for sleep, your gastrointestinal tract, your respiratory issues. So Copaiba, I can't say enough about. It plugs into receptors in your body that stem off of your central nervous system and really just help with everything off of that. Just calming to your body and to your mind. So Copaiba is one that is always in a pain relief blend that I use. And then the last oil we'll talk about is turmeric. So this is one that I would take internally. And it is very high in curcumin. So for a lot of people, normally they've heard of turmeric in capsule form. And that comes from the root. That's an herb. It comes from the root. And when you take it internally, your body's got to digest that. It's got to digest it and figure out what to do with it. And then you also, it's fat soluble. So you need to be eating fat content, a healthy fatty meal when you take that so that the turmeric is absorbed and processed through your body properly. So I used to take turmeric for years and have been blown away by the results of taking this. So this is the turmeric essential oil. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So this is in liquid format. So what this means is when I take this internally, it's bioavailable to my body right away. It doesn't have to digest it. It doesn't have to figure out what to do with it. 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Bioavailable the second that it goes into your body. So super high in curcumin, which is great for inflammatory response, connective tissue, brain health, all kinds of other things. So turmeric. And then one of the last things I do, and I do this on a daily basis, is I take oils internally, and they look like capsules like this. So I make a bunch of these little capsules for myself and my family. And I will just add the oils into this large bottle. I'm all about making things easy. Nobody wants to open 5 bottles of oil and make capsules 3 times a day. So I have a capsule holder, and we'll make capsules for the entire week. I add all the oils into one bottle. that has a dropper. So then I just fill the capsules that way. Super easy, literally takes less than a minute to do a week's worth of capsules. Just dot, and you're done. So this is what I take internally every day, twice a day. I've got copaiba, which we've already talked about. I've got frankincense. So frankincense is immune boosting and anti-inflammatory, great for cellular rejuvenation, great for your mind as well, penetrates the blood-brain barrier, and is also you know, an anti-inflammatory agent. So definitely take frankincense. Turmeric, which we just talked about. Yarrow Pom. So I love Yarrow Pom. So Yarrow Pom is great for pain relief, but Pom is for pomegranate seed. So there's pomegranate seed oil in it. And I love that because that is high in essential fatty acids. And I use it for brain health, for connective tissue, for inflammatory response, all those things. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then I do pink pepper as well. So pink pepper is also good for, again, pain, inflammation, brain health, other kinds of good things. So this is my little mixture that I do a couple times a day. My entire family takes this. Very, very, very effective. And it's easy when you mix it all up and you just make these little capsules. And the capsules they're called veggie caps. You can get them on doTERRA.com. Fast, efficient, affordable, easy. So we've talked about a couple of ways, right? So it's applying, we'll go into this now. So how do you use oils for pain relief? So those are some of the oils that I use on a regular basis for kind of pain relief, or recommend to my customers for pain relief. You know, how do you use them? So I have found that topical internal application is best for pain relief. Aromatically, you can use the oils to really kind of help with the stress in your body, but not so much. I haven't found so much for pain relief. Like inhaling oils is not going to take the pain away in your knee. So topical application and internal application for pain relief. We talked about the herb oils, great for being good for pain. Using oils based on the type of pain. So you can, if you have, you know, stabbing pain or dull pain, or you know, throbbing pain, there are different oils that can help with those certain issues. Using oils that help to create circulation, again, if you've got a repair that needs to happen, or even just a chronic issue, creating the circulation in that area. Again, circulation and oxygenation is life. One of the other cool things that I forgot to mention is I love peppermint for pain relief. So peppermint is known as a driver oil. And what that basically means is that it makes all the other oils that you might put on first intensify. So if I do my pain roller ball, I will put peppermint on top of that, and it'll intensify all the other oils I put on. Or I will put the Deep Blue Rub on top of that because it has peppermint in it. So it helps to intensify it, it helps to make it last longer, and it just feels really good, again, to have that, that oxygenation in that area. So applying to the area of pain, especially if you have a specific area, if you're working on reducing inflammation, or if you have chronic pain, that's something I would take internally. So I would apply topically to the area as well, but then I would address and take things internally. So you can do, you know, something similar to what I have: copaiba, frankincense, turmeric for sure I would add. You can also do marjoram internally. There are a couple other herb oils that you can do internally as well to help with that that pain relief from an internal point of view. And I've experienced this personally. So with myself and my son recently, who had surgery, we were able to pretty much manage his pain and recovery with essential oils after a pretty big surgery. And the same with me. I just recently went through a procedure and have been managing everything naturally. So let's see. So that's how you use them basically. So aromatically, you would use to help calm your response, and topically and internally to really kind of help your body. How often would you use the oil? So this is the other cool thing. You're not going to overdose on essential oils unless you were, if you're drinking bottles at a time, right? I would never recommend that. That's never recommended by anyone. But you can have some great, great, great effects by applying amounts slowly and consistently. So less is more always with essential oils. So you don't need to be slathering your body all over with it. Applying to that area of pain consistently and frequently. So if you have, let's say you sprained your ankle and the pain is really intense, you can apply every 15 minutes, roll it on, spray it on, do whatever you need to do, apply every 15 minutes until the pain starts to subside. Then move it out to every 30 minutes. Then move it out to like every hour. Then maybe move it out to every 2 to 4 hours, and hopefully you'll get to 4 to 6 hours. But staying ahead of the pain, so this is again when we talked about proactive versus reactive healthcare or management. You want to be proactive kind of with everything that you do in life so that you don't have to be reactive later on. So applying it topically for pain is do it frequently and consistently, and that will help to alleviate your pain. Don't let the pain get so bad that you got to start from scratch again. So just trying to stay on top of it. Once the pain is manageable, then you can continue to spread it out. So that's the one way. Taking essential oils for pain management internally, again, proactively versus reactively is the thing we'll talk about in a minute. But also, you want to be able to manage. Staying ahead of it is important. And so if you can take oils internally to, again, get to the root cause, help your body get to the point where recovery is a lot faster, that is something that you want to work towards. I've been in process for this for like 7 years, and just be patient with yourself. Understand that it is a process. I used to take a lot of stuff. I don't take anything anymore. I take my oils and I use my products, and I don't have, any of the issues that I had before. And some of the stuff, I still do struggle with a couple of things, but the way that I manage it is totally different. And now it doesn't spiral out of control like it used to in the past. So other ways to manage your pain. So let's, number one, talk about self-care. Self-care, this is such a big thing, is that we neglect ourselves. I think we're constantly in a state of distress. So we live in such a society where we're so stressed out all the time. And stress is a good thing if you're being chased by a bear, right? You want that hormone to kick in so that you run. The problem is that we never come off of that high stress. We are always going. And at that point, when you don't get a chance to come down from the stress, you've moved into distress. And when you are in distress, all sorts of things start to happen. It affects your sleep, it affects your mood, it affects the inflammation in your body, your pain response, even your pain toleration. Self-care is huge. And it took me 45 years to figure this out, but I finally figured it out, and now I take the time for myself. So taking the time and doing the things that you need to do to care for yourself first and foremost. And we'll talk about a couple ways that you can do that. Diet is massive, right? You cannot be eating a diet in high-fat, overly processed, sugary foods every day and expect your body to be in tip-top shape and not have pain. So you need to foundationally be giving your body what it needs. It is unfair of you to ask your body to do something for you when you are not even giving it what it needs to thrive. Think about that. I had to think about that for a while because I was expecting my body to produce when I wasn't giving it what it needed to run properly. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh, well, no wonder, right? No wonder I have emotional issues. No wonder I have pain issues. No wonder why I can't sleep. I am not giving my body what it needs to thrive. I'm actually working against myself. So foundationally, food is the foundation for everything. If you are not giving your body foundationally what it needs, how can anything be built on top of that? The foundation is cracked, everything else is going to fall apart. So think about that. Eating whole foods, fruits and vegetables. You're supposed to be eating 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. When I was a kid, it was 7, but now it's up to 12 because our soil and our food is so nutrient deficient that you have to eat 12 servings to give your body what it needs. That's a lot of fruits and veggies, but think about what you eat. Think about it. Highly processed foods causes pain and inflammation. Sugar is massively inflammatory. Genetically modified corn, soy, massively inflammatory foods. So if you are eating a diet with those types of things, of course you're going to have pain. And maybe you don't have it now, but it will come because your body is, you're filling your bucket with all foods that are inflammatory. And at one point your bucket's gonna overflow and you're gonna start to see these things popping out. So thinking about what you eat is so, so important for everything, not just pain. Move your body. So if you are not moving, if you don't move it, you're gonna lose it. Even if it just means getting up and walking outside and taking your dog for a walk, or walking around the block, or trying to fit in a workout, or doing 20 minutes of yoga, or just, sometimes this sounds crazy, sometimes because I can't sit in my office for hours at a time, and sometimes in the middle of the day I'll just get up and turn some music on and literally just dance for 20 minutes. People, if they came in, would probably think I'm a little loony, but I need to move my body, and that's what I do. So okay, let's also talk about other things that you can do for pain relief. So I love baths. I think baths are a great way. This goes back to self-care, right? Finding the time for you to take a bath with some magnesium flakes. Some magnesium is great for helping to calm your mind and body. It helps to release muscle tension. So doing a nice warm bath with magnesium. Baking soda is a purifier. You put magnesium and some baking soda and some essential oils, your skin will be so soft, you will be so relaxed. So taking a nice bath, magnesium flakes, baking soda. I add essential oils to mine. So I'll do doTERRA's Aroma Touch, which I love, which is a blend of oils just to kind of relieve tension basically on the body. So I'll do a couple drops of Aroma Touch. I love lavender, and then I'll do Balance, and I'll add that to the bath water and just soak. And I can literally feel the tension just release. So you can also do Himalayan pink salts in your bath as well. I do like that. Doing infrared saunas, that's great if you look into your area and try to find any places that have infrared saunas. Salt caves are very popular right now, and a lot of salt caves have infrared saunas that you can go into, and it helps with tissue repair and just calming and relaxing. It is spectacular. You could do foundationally, we just got off the foundation. Taking the Deep Blue Polyphenol is great for other things that you can do. And this is herb-based, and I'm going to read some of the things that's in it. So we've got pomegranate, green tea, ginger, curcumin, which we talked about, which is in turmeric, curcumin, frankincense, resveratrol, and then ginger, peppermint, and caraway. So this is like just an all-natural option. So this is great to take. Foundationally, again, we're talking about that foundation, right? So eating the right foods. You need to have your foundation set, and you need to have that a solid foundation. And one of the things that you can do to help with pain and inflammation as well is getting your foundation set. Giving your body what it needs. Again, we just talked about this. It's unfair of you to expect something when you're not giving your body the tools to thrive. So one of my favorites to give your body the tools to thrive is doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. And what I love about this is that it is, so most people go to the health food store and they just start cherry picking, right? I heard that I need D3, so they'll pick a D3. I heard that I might need some zinc. Okay, I'll pick zinc. I heard that, vitamin C is gonna be good for my immune system, so they'll pick that. What they're not doing is they're not holistically looking at, okay, what does my body need from a holistic point of view, wholly, to feel whole, to be well. And doTERRA has kind of taken the guesswork out of that. This is the foundation for health right here. It's their Lifelong Vitality Pack. It comes with these 3. So they've taken basically everything that you need and they put it into a pack. So everything that you need to thrive is right here. So let's go through these real quick and why you would want to take them. So let's start with Microplex VMZ. This is basically your multivitamin, but it's based on whole foods and not on synthetics. So when you have synthetic vitamins, so number one, the vitamin industry is an unregulated industry, so you need to be very careful with where you're getting your vitamins and what is in them. Your body does not recognize synthetics the way that it does real natural foods and herbs. So first and foremost, you have to make sure you're getting a quality vitamin. If you think that, oh, I went to my local pharmacy and I picked up a vitamin and it didn't do anything for you. The reason it didn't do anything for you is because it's probably garbage and or it doesn't have what it says in it. Again, it's an unregulated industry. You need to be very careful about the type of vitamin that you select. Okay, so this Microplex VMZ has things in here like kale, dandelion, parsley, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, and it has an enzyme blend. Sorry, my eyes are going. And then it has caraway and ginger, peppermint as well. So this is a multivitamin based on whole foods, right? How many of you are eating your 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day? Most people do not. So this is a great option to get everything that you need in there. The next one we'll talk about is XE Omega. This is your essential fatty acids, and this is necessary because unless you are eating a lot of fish or taking lots of maybe MCT oil or something like that, you're not getting what you need. So this is a great option. And this comes from a sustainable source. So it has your EPA, DHA, and it also has pomegranate seed oil, and a few other things in here. The essential oil blend that's in it as well is clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. So you are getting all the benefits of the essential fatty acids as well as a lot of the benefits of the essential oils for health. The reason that you need your essential fatty acids, this is essential for connective tissue health, for brain health, for cardiovascular health. When you don't have enough essential fatty acids in your diet, it is basically like running a car without oil. What happens after a while is you run the car without oil, everything starts to lock up. And that is what's gonna happen to your brain, your connective tissue, your heart, things start to lock up. So this is gonna help keep everything lubricated, right? And help with the inflammation. That's the huge thing. Help keep the inflammation down. So you've got I'm giving my body foundationally what it needs. I'm giving my body the essential fatty acids to help combat the inflammation, your inflammatory response, keep your brain healthy, your heart healthy, your tissue healthy. And then the last part of that is the Alpha CRS. And this is a blend that basically you are cells from head to toe. And based on what you are giving your body and how much stress you have, right, your body creates these cells. If you've been not optimally giving your body what it needs, you probably got cells that are not really working for you, right? They're not producing great hormones, you're not getting good sleep, you're not feeling your best. So now that you foundationally start giving your body what it needs, this little puppy right here is going to help with the natural cell die-off. So your cells naturally die off. It's part of the process in your body. Going to help flush out those old cells that are not working for you and help to regenerate healthy new cells that are going to kick butt in your body. And that is super cool. So it takes a little while to get the old cells out and the new cells to replenish. But I'm telling you, I mean, I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess for a very long time. And these 3 little nuggets right here of goodness literally changed my life. They changed my life for my family and for many other people that I work with. So this Alpha CRS is the last piece of that pie. And what I love is that they've done it all for you. This is a holistic approach to foundational health right here, okay? Last thing I'm going to talk about is applying the oil. So when you are in pain, apply the oils, and then you can put either heat or cold on top. You can, so if you have like a recent injury or a surgery or anything like that, you never want to do hot. So I would apply the oils on an injury. For surgery, that's a whole other issue, and I would not be applying oils on top without talking to your doctor, FYI. So we have had great success with oils post-surgery once the stitches have come out, and it helping to aid, helping your body to, in the healing process. But it has to be after the stitches came out and no open wounds or anything like that. But make sure you talk to your doctor before you do that. But if you have, you know, chronic backache, you've got low back pain, right? So put the oils on and then put a heating pad on top of it. If you have, you know, you twisted your ankle, put the oils on, rub it in, and remember that timeline, right? Every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes, then every 2 to 4 hours until the pain subsides. So do that and then put ice on. To help reduce the swelling and stuff like that. So lots of different ways that you could manage your pain in a more natural way. I have been so thankful that I have found these products, and so thankful that I've been able to manage everything naturally, not just for myself, but for my family. I can tell you I would much rather be taking my vitamins than having to take narcotics. And I think that's for most people, but it does take work and it takes consistency. But now when you do the work and you put the work in, everything runs a little more smoothly. So lots of different things that we talked about today. A few takeaways. Number 1, take care of yourself. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Self-care is so important to overall health and wellness, not just physically, but emotionally. When you are stressed out, you don't sleep well, you might not be eating well or eating too much or eating the wrong foods. You'll have pain, inflammation. You'll have an inflammatory response more than likely because your body is in that distress mode. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself and take the time and do the things that you need to do. Don't do what I did. I sacrifice myself every single time to take care of somebody else. And I don't do it anymore. And my body's very thankful for that. So that's the first takeaway. Second takeaway is you can use foundationally proactive instead of reactive, right? So getting yourself on a good regimen to reduce the inflammation internally, and give your body what it needs, right? Your body is meant to be well. Your body wants to be well. It wants to thrive. It cannot do that unless you are giving it what it needs foundationally. So, you know, thinking about the vitamins and, you know, the copaiba, taking the capsules, the curcumin or turmeric, all these things are going to help at a foundational level. Second thing, using your oils. Oils are spectacular internally and topically for pain relief. Using them in the bath and lotions just on your body, applying them, but being consistent, applying them frequently and consistently is the key to success. Take a bath once a day with your oils, rub your oils on, put them in a roller ball, right? Make things easy for you. I'm all about easy. This is easy. These little capsules, that's easy. Once you get it, once you get this stuff, it's easy. Boom, 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 done. And you know, just love yourself enough to take care of yourself and de-stress. Because I don't think people realize how much havoc stress has on your body, physically and emotionally. So I hope you learned a little bit something about how to manage pain in a little more natural way. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Check out my website, www.tammyhicks.me, or you can find me on Instagram, TammyHicks5, or on Facebook, Tammy Hicks. All right, everyone, hope you have a great day, and I wish you much success on your quest to live a pain-free life. Take care.